after this announcement from President Trump and acknowledgement from Tehran.
President Trump plans to meet at the White House today with NATO's chief. At the same time, he's been bashing NATO's unwillingness to support the U.S. in the Iran war. A meeting between Trump and the NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte was scheduled prior to the announced two-week ceasefire with Iran. President Trump's been critical of NATO allies, calling out France, Germany, Spain, and others for not helping the U.S. secure the Strait of Hormuz. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
WSM weather.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Mixing clouds and sunshine today. Temperatures back in the low to mid-70s this afternoon. Not as chilly tonight. We're down to near 50 for the overnight low. Tomorrow mostly sunny and back in the low to mid-70s. Then continuing to warm up through the end of the week. Friday back near 80 and mostly sunny. Saturday and Sunday it's the mid and even the upper 80s. A few fair weather clouds, but a nice weekend overall. We will stay in the mid-80s going into early next week.
We're at 47 degrees with fair skies. That's what it says. Here's what's happening sports-wise. Charlie Matos has the very latest.
They played some baseball out in Anaheim last night. We had a fight, had a bench-clearing brawl, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Braves beat the Angels 7-2. Jorge Soler and Ronaldo Lopez both ejected for their role in the bench-clearing brawl. I love the bench-clearing brawl because by the time the bullpen guys get in, they've got nothing to do. They're just running a little bit, and then they just run back out. But they have to, do something. They can't just stay out there.
My team's out there. I got to go.
Ozzie Albies smacked his third home run of the season for Atlanta. Braves and the Angels wrap up that series at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Cincinnati playing really good ball in Miami. They rallied to beat the Marlins in 10 innings 6-3. The Dodgers, the World Series champions, they've also won 5 in a row. They beat the Blue Jays 4-1. Shohei Ohtani is on a crazy on-base streak. 42 consecutive games going back to last year and, all the playoffs. Now, that's not hitting streak, but it is on base streak, which is still pretty impressive. Sounds lose at Gwinnett 4-1. They'll play again tonight at 5:35. The Predators 5-0 win on the road against the Anaheim Ducks. Justus Anunen, outstanding in goal, 43 saves. He was the number one star of the game. Preds are going to stay out west, too. So they play Utah tomorrow, and that's their final road game of the regular season. And then they'll come home for 3 at Bridgestone Arena. Right now, they're 1 point ahead of L.A. for the final wild card spot, but, of course, they've now played an extra game as well. Just a few games to go in the NBA regular season. I think the play-in round, when they do 7, 8, 9, 10, will start next Tuesday. So we're winding it down. This weekend will be the last weekend. Okay. The Grizzlies are in Denver to play the Nuggets. They've lost 17 of 19 games. And college basketball, they're going to celebrate in Los Angeles today. The UCLA Bruins, their first women's national title. They got a big celebration planned at historic Pauley Pavilion. And then the Michigan Wolverines will do their national title celebration with a parade in Ann Arbor on Saturday morning. So a look at sports, a busy one on this Wednesday morning. That's sports. I'm Charlie Matos.
Bill Cody in the morning, WSM. This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
So far this morning, we've had designated grinder as now. And I got to give context to that because that could be a million.
That's a lot
to
tackle.
We're talking about trying to drive a stick shift. Did you learn? It's interesting because I just don't know that, my daughter's generation, I don't know if any of her friends could drive a stick shift.
No way. Probably one
right?
kid.
Maybe. The kid that grew up on the farm.
I was going to say,
yeah.
because the Tennessee, somebody got their grandpa's truck.
Well, and in their defense, I will say this at least. They don't make sticks anymore. It's hard. You have to get the basest of base models to even find something that's still, unless you're driving a really high-end sports car, So there was a time everything was a stick, and now it's almost impossible to find. But I think it's a skill. I think you should learn how to do it.
So we're talking about that this morning, and if you have a great story, call us. We've already had some really good ones, so we would love to hear yours. 615-737-9650. First car I ever had was a stick. My dad said, I'm going to make sure that you have a car that none of your friends can drive. That way no one is going to say, can I borrow your car or can I drive your car?
That is so smart.
It worked. I was the only one that had a stick.
What's the great line? Henry Cho has a great line. He bought his son a stick shift diesel truck, stick so he wouldn't text, diesel so I could always hear if he's leaving in the middle of the night. So,
Yep.
I mean, if you don't want your kid to text and drive, this is absolutely an answer to that.
That's true.
So, give us a call. Let us know that story. Also, Amber, this whole toilet situation in space.
Yeah. It's been remedied.
Okay.
From what I understand. But they spent $5 million on this toilet in the Artemis and it broke like within minutes into the flight. And I'm like, could you imagine being like, you were about to go literally where no human has gone, but you don't have facilities
to go to the bathroom.
Ultimate panic.
Ultimate panic.
Like I have to, ultimate panic.
There's already, listen, it's already one of those things that you feel weird about going to the bathroom with other people that you don't know.
Specifically in a capsule. It's not bigger than this table.
Welcome to the men's room.
Well,
bless.
Why is that? Why did men always go, you know what? We don't need any walls.
We don't need privacy.
Oh,
we're just going to hang all of the urinals on the wall. It's fine.
Don't get me started on the trough.
Well, that's so
which still exists
gross.
in places.
People have troughs.
It's awful.
Oh, we're learning a lot this morning.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not the type of learning I was talking about earlier. No. Like, stay curious. I meant more like space.
Yes.
Stay curious.
But listen,
not about troughs.
Better the toilet than the heat shield, as Apollo 13
amen.
would tell you.
Amen.
Yes. They'll
Amen.
figure out the toilet situation. Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Amber Anderson, Annie Knight, Charlie Matos, Jeff Roberts is upstairs. And in just a little bit, we are going to have Charles Wesley Godwin coming in. He's going to be joining us here in studio, chatting all about his Christian name headlining tour, which we love. We love when we know somebody's full Christian name.
That's right.
We can call them by it. So we'll tell you all about that coming up in just a little bit. Again, stick shift stories. Let us know, 615-737-9650. And we're going to rewind to the Grand Ole Opry.
We are. She'll be here during CMA Music Fest doing a 2-show Tuesday. You can go to Opry.com for tickets.
Love it.
This is Carrie Underwood.
All right.
Suppose I called you up tonight and told you that I love you. And suppose I said I want to come back home. And suppose I cried and said I think I finally learned my lesson. And I'm tired of spending all my time alone. If I told you that I realize you're all I ever wanted, and it's killing me to be so far away, would you tell me that you love me too? And would we cry together? Or would you simply laugh at me and say, I told you so? Oh, I told you so. I told you someday you'd come crawling back and asking me to take you in. I told you so, but you had to go. And now I found somebody new, and you will never break my heart in two again. If I got down on my knees and told you I was yours forever, would you get down on yours too and take my hand? Would we get that old time feeling? Would we laugh and talk for hours the way we did when our love first began? And would you tell me that you'll miss me too, and that you've been so lonely, and it's killing
Thank you. She looked like Glenda in that dress.
And I was like, love that dress.
Big, pink, sparkly dress. Beautiful on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry doing I Told You So. Hey, guys, coming up in just a little bit, Suzanne Cox and Brandon Ratcliffe. They made their Grand Ole Opry debut together, mother and son. They have an album out, Mother and Son Volume 1. And we're going to talk to them in studio next, right here. It's Coffee, Country, and Cody on WSM.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Do not be alarmed if you hear anything unusual.
Presented in part by Puckett's Restaurant.
Once upon a time, Goldilocks had her leg broken in a crash. The medical bills were piling up fast, and she didn't know whatsoever to do. So she called 3 lawyers, bears. Yeah. So the first bear she called was so big, but Goldilocks felt small when the bear wouldn't return her calls and didn't treat her well at all. Maybe he was just too big. The second bear she called was small. He was like a teddy bear, so cute. But Goldilocks came to realize the insurance bears were not taking him seriously. Maybe he was just a wee bit too small. Then she called Jeff Roberts and Associates, who is not a bear at all, but a personal injury attorney who has been practicing in Nashville for 25 years. Not too big, not too small, just right. Jeff Roberts got her the settlement she deserved, and she lived happily ever after. Jeff Roberts and Associates, big enough to win, small enough to care.
Google Jeff Roberts and Associates Nashville or simply dial 615-425-4400.
Springer Mountain Farms is a brand people trust. They're American in every sense of the word and take great pride in producing simply superior Springer Mountain Farms chicken for you and your family. Hi, this is Bill Cody. At Springer Mountain Farms, the best flavor and quality are guaranteed. They have a long-standing commitment to using 100% U.S.-grown corn and soybeans to feed their chickens, and they raise their chickens responsibly on family farms in the hills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. All Springer Mountain Farms practices and procedures are American Humane certified. Springer Mountain Farms' Simply Superior Chicken is always all natural and never fed any animal byproducts, antibiotics, or hormones. At Springer Mountain Farms, they do it all to feed you, America, Simply Superior Springer Mountain Farms chicken. Visit SpringerMTN.com to find Springer Mountain Farms Simply Superior Chicken at a store or restaurant near you. And experience the Springer Mountain Farms Simply Superior difference today.
From WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Suzanne Cox and Brandon Ratcliffe are sitting in the studio with us this morning after making their Grand Ole Opry debut together on Friday night. This is the coolest. So we talked about this the night of. I was there and I got to host that night. Suzanne, do you remember when your debut would have been with the Cox family?
It would have been sometime in 2015
Okay.
when we came out with Gone Like the Cotton,
Okay.
which is a great story. You know, we did that album, 17 years ago.
It was in the vault.
I was in bed because I was pregnant with his brother, and everybody came up here without me, and they got a lot of my stuff. I mean, their stuff done.
Yeah.
So I'd just been, over the years, I'd said, Alice, I wish we could have finished that album. You know, there was a transition with presidents of Warner Brother.
Yeah.
And we got to do that 17 years later, and I put mine on fresh, but that was what we probably, I would say, would be our debut, was doing songs from that.
Y'all played it before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't like a, I guess
we
like
were with Alice and a lot of times,
Yeah.
and, you know, various, but pretty much that was the first time we had went out as the Cox family.
As the Cox family, wow.
Allison Krauss, of course.
Yeah.
We're
Just
talking
Allison,
about.
just casual.
Casual. For anybody that didn't know and didn't pick that up. But it is interesting because we love hearing the stories of people that, you know, I've been on the stage a million times, but then when the spotlight's really on you, it's a different feeling when it's your debut.
It is.
I know. And then Brandon, when was your debut?
Mine was 3 years ago, so 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like it was just yesterday, but in April, yeah, it was just around the same time. Yeah. But you are very right about that. It is a different feeling when you're like, this time I felt much more, first time I felt like a lot of nervous energy.
Right.
This time I was like just really excited about it. And part of it, I think, was just like sharing it with mom. We've talked about this a lot. Like there is something, she always had a band with her for the most part. I've done a lot of stuff totally on my own. I mean, like I've opened up for Paul Cauthen and Gavin DeGraw and Keith Urban and people like that, and a lot of it was just me
And a
on
guitar.
stage and a
Yeah,
guitar.
yeah.
And that you feel like you're sort of holding the whole thing on your shoulders. You
I don't know
like
how y'all do that.
A little bit like a stand-up comedian in
Yeah,
a way, you
so
know.
vulnerable.
Which I wish I was just as funny as they were, but because that can kill some dead space. But but it is different when you're sharing it with someone. There is like a feeling more of like excitement. I mean, the nerves still get you right before you go up there, but I don't know, it's just more fun that way, I feel like, you know.
I just looked up the lineup for your Opry debut because I remember chatting with you that night, but I couldn't remember who was on the show, right? So it opened with Riders in the Sky. Our friend Katie Offerman did a couple. Then Brandon, and then Don Schlitz closed the first half of the show.
Yes.
And then Bobby Osborne, God bless him, Miss Bobby, Sarah Evans, and the Oak Ridge Boys. I mean, what a memorable first night at the Opry.
Yeah, it's a good night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice lineup.
That's a good little lineup.
That's
Sheesh.
pretty good.
I love it.
So growing up, listening to Mom, hearing the Cox family, everybody around you singing, and then you're doing your own thing. How did this project come together? How did you guys finally decide to do something together?
Yeah, I mean, totally by accident in a lot of ways. I mean, she and I have talked about over the years doing something together. We've kind of, dreamed it up, but we didn't really have any like plans really, which I guess is how all great things start, no plans at all. But Mom, I was back home over the holidays. We went to Louisiana. The last year was just a long, crazy year. And so we went back to Louisiana for Thanksgiving, and we loved going back home so much that we haven't been going back home for Christmas because we have littles of our own now. So we try to do Christmas there at our house. And so we were like, right after Christmas, we should go back to Louisiana. So we left the 26th, went down there, just hung out with family and everything. And then for 2 weeks. Yeah, it was nice. It was a much needed like kind of breath of fresh air at the end of a long year. And so me and Mom were sitting on like the place where I grew up. Like we lived in a little like a shotgun trailer house there for many years on this little piece of land when we were real young. And they still have that property. And so we were just sitting out there, in the yard. My daughter was playing, and me and Mom were just like we always do, just kind of singing around songs. And I had this song that morning that popped in my head on the way there. I was singing that, trailers for sale, rooms to let 50 cents. And I was like, we should just do that real quick, like do a quick version of it, So we did it on the picnic table, and it kind of like did well, like better than most of my videos have been doing. And I had just about given up on TikTok. Like I was still posting.
Yeah, said, I'm still going to post.
But I was like, as they say, holding on loosely but not letting go. I was not counting on it happening. And so I sort of had no expectations for the outcome. But I noticed immediately they were doing way better than all my other videos. And I was like, oh, this is cool, And then we went over to this little truck that's sitting by our thing, and we did I'm Weary. And man, that one just like took off.
Yeah.
Like I had cousins texting me. We were having my daughter's 3rd birthday party, and I had cousins text me, and they were like, dude, I think you're going viral. And like, I looked at my phone, and it was just blowing up. And then I immediately had to go back to Nashville. And I remember telling Mom, like, you got to come to Nashville. Like we got to keep doing this. Like these are working really, really well. And then it just kept snowballing to the point where like, I remember I told a buddy of mine, the week I knew it was really working was when Rosie O'Donnell and Joe Jonas followed me in the same week. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, when you're getting that wide of a spectrum of people, it is crazy. And then just yesterday, actually, huge for me. This is, I mean,
big deal for you.
It a big deal for me. It made my year really.
Yeah.
But in addition to my mom and my Uncle Sydney and a lot of my family who inspired me to do music, like the biggest guy that he's a hero of mine. He's a guy that made me fall in love with songwriting, guitar playing, is John Mayer.
Same.
And me and Mom did a little version of his song, and I was like, I'm just going to see if I can bait him into a response. The same way I did the Opry, by the way.
Perfect.
And it took like about a week, and he finally saw it, and he reposted it, and that video has since like been blowing up, and I'm like, I sent him one of those messages that's like, hey man, I know you'll probably never see this, but like, I just want to let you know like how much you've inspired me. And like, as always, I'm looking forward to hearing what you're working on. But like,
you're like, give me
so
this.
Cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, incredible stuff. So, the whole thing has been just sort of like I mean, we keep saying it's just like a God thing. It's like I wish, even the way this Opry thing worked out, I mean, like it is so like out of my, I would love to take credit for like the managing of this whole thing because it's been executed so well, but it just feels like it's just kind of happening in this weirdly natural way. Like the odds of us doing the Opry on the day that we release the EP, you know, in the way that it happened is just, to me, I'm like, I don't know how to take credit for that. It's meant to be.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
EP is Mother Son Volume 1. We're going to play a song that you guys did on Friday night. This is Far Side Banks of Jordan. You haven't heard it yet, have you?
I haven't, no.
All right, here you go, everybody. Suzanne Cox and Brandon Ratcliffe.
I believe my steps are growing wearier each day. Still I've got a journey on my mind. The lures of this old world have ceased to make me want to stay. And my one regret is leaving you behind. If it proves to be His will that I am first to go, and somehow I've a feeling it will be, when it comes your time to travel, likewise don't you feel lost, for I will be the first one that you'll see, and I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be waiting, drawing pictures in the sand, and when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. Through this life we've labored hard to earn our meager fare. It's called us trembling hands and failing eyes. I'll just rest here on the shore and turn my eyes away until you come, then we'll see paradise. And I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be waiting, drawing pictures in the sand. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. I'll be waiting on the far side banks of Jordan. I'll be waiting, drawing pictures in the sand. And when I see you coming, I will rise up with a shout and come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. And come running through the shallow waters, reaching for your hand. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much.
One more time for Suzanne Cox and Brandon Ratcliffe, making their Grand Ole Opry debut together.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
WSM.
O'Reilly. Need new wiper blades but not sure which ones are right for you? The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. We'll show you options for your vehicle and even install your new wiper blades for free. Right now, save $10 per pair on Bosch Focus wiper blades so you can see better in any weather. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. taking the kayaks out on the lake, hot dogs on the grill, and your sister's boyfriend pulling out his acoustic guitar.
Everyone quiet! Harrison's playing. Wow, you're so good, Harrison.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Good Wednesday morning. This is Holly Thompson with your WSMV4 News Update. Parents are calling for a school board member to be removed after he made an inappropriate comment to a student during a live stream meeting, saying the student was hot and asking where she went to school. Well, school board member Keith Urban made the comment to the student out in Washington County. An emergency school board meeting is happening later today. Parents say they will protest demanding his removal. An online petition is also circulating to get Urban kicked off the school board. A deadly crash involving two semis shut down I-65 northbound for several hours this morning. A semi ran into the back of another semi, killing the driver. This is on the north side of town, just south of Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. Today, Murfreesboro is hosting a hiring event for people with disabilities who are re-entering the workforce. It's from 10:30 this morning to 1 out on Old Fort Parkway. They'll have the change to get on-site interviews where they can talk with employers, also resume checks, and job coaching opportunities. It's completely free, and it is open to the public. Today, you can stop by a free community resource fair. This is in Nashville at the Elizabeth Duff Transit Center. It's from 11 to 3. You can sign up for the We Go Free Journey Pass, participate in giveaways, and more. Again, this is free and open to everyone who wants to attend. Hey, you can follow updates on these stories and the latest on your First Alert forecast. We've got you covered in the WSMV4 News app. From the WSMV4 Newsroom, I'm Holly Thompson.
WSM weather.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your First Alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Warmer today with highs in the low to mid-70s this afternoon, mixing clouds and sunshine, and not as chilly tonight, down near 50 for the overnight low. Tomorrow we're in the mid-70s once again and under plenty of sunshine in the afternoon.
50 degrees, fair skies. It feels like 49 out there, but we are warming up nicely on our way to a high of 77. Charlie Maddow's talking sports this morning.
Well, yes, let's start with hockey. And the Preds with a big win on the road, 5-0 over Anaheim last night. And the goalie, Justus Anunen, had a outstanding night. 43 saves. He was obviously the number one star of the game. Preds stay out west. They got one last road game in the regular season at Utah tomorrow night. Then they come home for the final 3 games of the regular season and still very much in the hunt for the final wild card spot. Right now, they lead L.A. by 1 game. So if you're going to scoreboard watch, you need the L.A. Kings to lose. Grizzlies are in Denver to play the Nuggets tonight. The Braves beat the Angels 7-2 last night in Anaheim. They'll play at 3 this afternoon. Had a bench-clearing brawl in that one. The Reds have won 5 in a row. The Dodgers have won 5 in a row. And the Sounds lost to Gwinnett last night, 4-1. That's sports.
Coffee, Country, and Cody is on WSM.
Mother Son Volume 1 is out. So that leads me to ask Suzanne and Brandon, is Volume 2 coming? Do we have Volume 2?
Yeah, I did that intentionally for sure. Yeah, I was like, I'll tell you this. We don't know what's coming next, but we do know that we are working on some original music right now that we are very, very excited about. We want to do a full project, and I love songwriting. She loves songwriting, and we've just had so much of the songwriting community that we both are friends with. Sort of just like once we started doing this, they were like, "Dude, I want to write on this kind of stuff." So I mean, it's been happening like crazy, and we again
Some
very
really fun
very
stuff.
unintentionally like have almost written a whole record like in the last couple months. I mean, it just is like,
Isn't that wild?
it is so wild. And I've been in Nashville for 12 years, and I keep telling friends of mine, I go, it is very strange to me how this thing is like the least I've ever tried in some sense. Like, it just sort of feels like it's had this weird momentum that is, again, like everything else, I feel like, as my dad always said, I feel like I'm pushing a rope up a hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so, you have to work so hard to get attention and do all this stuff,
In
even
this
if you're
time,
good,
definitely.
you know? And with this, it just seems like it's like we started January 1st, and it just feels like it's been a snowball ever since. And like, even with this record, I was like, every record I've ever done takes, year or two to write. And then you got to go through the whole recording process. By the time the songs come out, you kind of can't. You're like, I'm over this. I've moved on to something else.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This one, I'm like, we may be done with this before the summertime. I mean, it's it's crazy.
And it seems to be falling out of both of you.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, again, have followed your journey for quite a while and know how hard that you work and grind.
Yeah.
And for something so organic to happen, I think it just speaks to how much people are hungry for something different.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's not like...
It's almost a nostalgia.
I agree.
Yes, and it's special because there is like obviously there's emotional connection there.
Yeah.
It's relatable. It just works. And I
really appreciate that.
I have a question, Suzanne. How many times did you try to get him to sing with you when he was a kid?
Well, that's interesting. My husband had a request for me when I was pregnant with him, actually, and he said, promise me one thing. And I said, what would that be? Yeah, he said, promise me that you'll let them, when it comes time for that, for them to pick that, let them, do that for themselves. And I said, well, deal. And they obviously did because they were around so much of it in childhood. But yeah, that's what he asked me. He said, just let them be able to pick that for themselves.
What's really funny about that to me is you and Dad sort of like, Mom did always sing with us and around us and kind of implicitly wanted us to do it. But it's funny how Dad would be the one to make that request. And now he's the one who never stops pushing music. Yeah. So he's like constantly on us to be doing music. And I'm like, he just ate those words,
Yeah. I know having a teenager, Charlie's about to have a teenager pretty soon.
In 3 weeks.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Wow. 2 weeks.
2 weeks from a teenager. Yeah. Y'all will pray for me, right?
Yes.
Thank
If you want them to do something, they're not going
No, they're
to.
not.
Yeah.
No,
And you
they're not.
can't explicitly say, I would love it if you did this, because they're
Right.
not going to do it. They're going to go completely the
No,
opposite. I did the same
exactly.
thing when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
So it just made me wonder if there was ever a time when you were like, come in here and sing on this with me. And he was like, I want to sing with you, Mom.
Actually, it just it kind of organically started when he was in school as well, because everybody would ask him to do, like you did, Veterans Day specials and things, and everybody just loved it. And I said I didn't have to do it because they were asking him to do it.
Well,
It's so much different, isn't it?
Yeah.
And to Kelly's point on this, you never want to listen to your parents. As a young man, the thing that really drove me into singing was the attention I got from girls. That was the first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That was, I was not like a super unpopular kid, but also wasn't very popular. And I remember the first time I sang, like, I remember that old song, Good Morning, Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Holy, right?
Oh, man. Yeah. I sang that song. And I remember all of a sudden I had these like senior girls interested in me. And I was like, what am I doing? I've been doing this wrong the whole time. You know what I mean?
I'm trying the cheat code.
Yeah, I'm trying
to make a career out of
I'm
this.
trying to be funny. I should be singing,
Your daddy told you that.
Yeah,
too. He said,
exactly, yeah.
It's good with.
Well,
The girls like it.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you to go back 25 years and tell me what a game changer Oh Brother We're Out There was. I mean, just huge, right?
Yes, it was. And we were talking about that the other day, and I was telling them we actually went in and came into town to, go and sing that. And I had no idea, but the magnitude that would. But it's been an incredible journey. Had got to be a part of all the film and everything. It was just so much fun. I did. I need to post some of those pictures.
I've been on her about posting all these old photos. Like, you have some of these cool photos.
About a lot of things, and Tim Blake Nelson was there, and he had some of our albums, and he was going, you've got to send me some more. I'm going to give you my address.
Oh my gosh,
Mom! I'm like, you mean you left Tim Blake Nelson hanging? Come on!
I'm gonna get, now that we have so much more.
Yeah.
That was way before what we have. So delighted to have the social media now.
Sure. Yeah. Tim, if you're listening, she deeply regrets it. Hit us up anytime.
Give us a mulligan.
That's
We'll
right.
make good this time.
I think in the shuffle of everything, maybe that got lost, and so
We'll
I
figure it out.
apologize.
Yeah.
Well, we've got enough time for y'all to do one live. What would you like to do?
Well, hey, speaking of Oh Brother, that was a great little tee up. Let's do
There it
that.
is.
Let's do that. Come
All
on.
right.
This is a little song called I'm Weary, Let Me Rest.
I'm gonna straighten it.
Yeah, there we go. Come on.
Kiss me, mother, kiss your darling. Lay my head upon your breast. Throw your loving arms around me. I am weary, let me rest. Seems the light is swiftly fading. Brighter seems they do now show. I am standing by the river. Angels wait to take me home. Kiss me, mother, kiss your darling. See the pain upon my brow, while I'll soon be with the angels. Fate has doomed my future now. Through the years, you've always loved me, and my life you've tried to save. But now I shall slumber sweetly in a deep and lonely grave. Kiss me, mother, kiss your darling. Lay my head upon your breast. Throw your loving arms around me. I am weary, let me rest. I am weary, let me rest.
Oh, that sounded so good.
I know. I'm like in a happy place over here.
Thank
Y'all
you
gonna be wanting that
guys.
nap a little earlier today.
Yeah, that was beautiful. We love
Thank you.
Y'all need to be on the Calm app. I
Yeah,
want to listen to that when I go to bed at
yes.
night.
That's perfect.
You know what? These songs will put a baby right to sleep. I'll tell you that.
But just
yeah.
like
My
calming.
daughter-in-law,
Yeah.
Haley, she said, every time Solomon hears those, he just goes right. It's like.
There's something to that.
Gonna
Hey,
do a brand
she's
deal.
putting it out there. Yeah.
There it is.
I like it.
So everybody go buy Mother Son Volume 1 for your kids. They're going to sleep through the night.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
marketing
Happy to
thing.
do it.
Guys, thank you for coming in.
Y'all
Good
are
to
Thank
see
y'all for
you.
having
Good
us.
to see you.
Absolutely
Suzanne
great
and
to
Brandon
see
with
y'all.
us in the studio this morning.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Are you not entertained?
Presented in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
We're talking today with Jeff Roberts of Jeff Roberts and Associates, the working man's lawyer. Bikers get blamed for accidents all the time, but is it really your fault?
Jeff, I was in a motorcycle accident, and the other driver says I caused it. What should I do?
Motorcyclists are often unfairly blamed, but that doesn't mean you're at fault.
We investigate the crash and sometimes hire investigators that can reconstruct the accident. We check traffic cameras and gather witness statements to prove what really happened.
Okay, but I feel like the insurance company's trying to lowball me.
That's what they do. Deny and delay is the game they play. Motorcycle injuries are serious and you deserve full compensation. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Call us and let us fight for your rights. Give me a call today, 615-425-4400, or visit us online at middletninjury.com. That's middletninjury.com.
Jeff Roberts and Associates, the working man's lawyer. Find them online at middletninjury.com.
Spring is in the air, and Alev's long-lasting pain relief is here to keep you moving. The days are longer, and the flowers are blooming. Whether it's gardening, yard work, or just spending more time outdoors, spring has a way of getting us moving despite any body pain. That's where Aleve can keep you going. With just one dose, Aleve gives you long-lasting body pain relief for up to 12 hours. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaid spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Here's a performance from a recent episode of Opry Live on Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Picture perfect memories scattered all around the floor. Reaching for the phone 'cause I can't fight it anymore. And I wonder if I ever cross your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's a quarter after 1. I'm all alone and I need you now. Said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. Can we sing this together tonight? Well, it's 1:15. I'm all alone. Oh, y'all sound so beautiful. Said I wouldn't call. Oh, and I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. I just need you
All right, guys, we are just dissecting Lady A and that song, Need You Now, on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. We are all pretty much in agreement, right, that that's one of the best country songs of all time.
I just said that intro, there's nothing like hearing those first notes of that song.
I know.
And it's like those great Christopherson songs. It's desperate.
Yes.
You know, that's the thing that gets me at that song. It's kind of like how it's the modern version of like Help Me Make It Through the Night.
Yes.
I mean, it really is the same level of, you know,
Man.
Just beautiful.
We were literally just like gawking.
listening to it. And then Charles's voice when he comes
Man.
in, like you said, that riff at the end, it's perfection.
And with Hillary, Dave on the keys.
We love you guys.
Magical, ADA, magical.
Come hang out with us. Okay. What do you guys want to talk about? Are we going to space?
Yes.
Let's talk about space.
We need to talk about space. We've been teasing it all morning.
Yes.
And first of all, I am just so in awe of everything that's been happening with space. But specifically the Artemis 2 mission, it officially broke the record.
Oh, great.
For the lunar flyby. And it is no human has ever been to this point in space.
So they've been to the dark side of the moon, just not as far out. Like this one's taken a little bit longer route.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the way I understand it. I could be wrong,
Right,
but I
same.
believe that is the case. But just the images that we're seeing, and I was saying they were talking to mission control. I saw this clip and they were seeing these like they were calling them like instant flashes or micro flashes, where it was like rocks were hitting the moon's surface. And the people in mission control were literally so giddy, they were jumping up and down. And the girl in the mic was like, that's just incredible. Like they were all so happy that they were getting to witness this. And one of the biggest topics has been the toilet.
Yes.
After all of this wonder and awe, it's like the toilet, though.
I mean, we're human and we're in space.
Correct.
And we got to do what humans got to do. So the $5 million toilet went kaput.
And they had to train on how to use it.
Oh, my gosh.
Like they had to do like specific training on how to use this toilet.
Okay.
And it did break after a malfunction following liftoff, but it has since been mended. And I won't get into it here.
Okay.
But I just encourage everyone, if you are curious about this topic, it's very fascinating on how things are collected, how things are disposed of, and like why you can't just like let stuff go fly off into space, because it could interfere with satellites and it could interfere with other things in orbit. But basically there are these, I'm calling them trash bags because that's the only way that I can like wrap my head around it. But basically once they're set off back into space, the Earth's pull pulls them back down to Earth.
Okay. So the gravitational pull of the Earth.
Yep. And
brings the poo to us.
And it burns up in the atmosphere.
So what you thought was a shooting star is actually
like I saw a clip where a woman said, if you see a shooting star, it could very well be space waste.
Or Delta Airlines Flight 292. You know, they got to get rid of that stuff somehow.
Like,
you know,
it's
so
wild.
Oh my gosh!
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot to unpack there. Just go look it up if you're curious.
Look at that picture. That was gorgeous.
The pictures
of
have been
Earth
fantastic.
coming up. I mean,
Ugh.
that is absolutely stunning. So yeah, I just saw it was working. The loo is working again, but now there's another problem. They said specifically it's been backing up. They've had trouble venting the stored urine out into space, and now there's an odd burning smell.
Yes, and also speaking of smells, they also dove into. There was a study done of what to feed astronauts to cut down on flatulence.
So no beans
Because gases and stuff don't.
Got it.
It's just like who would think
so
about these
fiber
things?
in general.
Fiber is probably not your friend in
no,
space.
so probably no grapes.
Oh man.
Yeah, and
broccoli.
No broccoli.
Kale.
No.
Brussels sprouts. Did we say that?
No, but
Okay.
that's a big no-no if you're going to space.
I'm reading this thing and it says the gases passed by human bodies are flammable and can quickly become a major problem in space.
Wow.
Guys, this is stuff we hadn't even thought about.
So let alone not to mention the claustrophobia
Of all the other things.
all the things. You got to worry about that stuff too.
Okay.
I hope somewhere at Mission Control someone is saying, we need to make this into this using nothing but this. It's my favorite scene from Apollo 13 when they have to do the air thing, the duct, and they got like 5,000 different pieces. You know?
Yeah.
This into this, but we got this.
Yeah.
There
Also,
it is.
if you've not seen Hidden Figures,
Oh, that's a great movie.
one of my favorite. I'm not a movie watcher.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
And okay, so not Hidden Figures, but did you know there was this crazy backstory? Jack Black's mother worked on one of the missions.
Really?
And was one of the brilliant mathematicians, went into labor with him while they were working on a problem. She had Jack Black and went back to work and basically finished some equation like hours after giving birth to him. How did we get that? How did that happen? Is that not crazy?
Learned something new today.
I know. It's crazy. His mom was like brilliant, beyond brilliant.
But there's so many women that I've been following. I think I was telling you yesterday. Last night I saw this aerospace engineer girl, and she was like just regular old influencer girl. She's like, come with me because my spaceship goes into orbit today. And she like takes you to work with her, and she's sitting at her computer. She's like, and first I'm checking the levels of all these words I don't understand. And she's got her Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and I'm like, thank you to all of you brilliant minds out there that are doing things that I could never even imagine.
That's incredible.
It's just people are cool sometimes.
People are really cool.
Sometimes.
You know what? To bring it back to Earth, like the one thing that we can learn how to do is to drive a stick shift. So that's the closest I'm ever going to get to piloting any kind of aerospace technology. I can go first, second, third, pretty smooth into fourth, you know.
I want to learn.
Okay, I'll teach you. If we had one, if we had somebody that was driving,
like where are we going to get a stick shift?
If you got one,
Listen,
let us know.
I had a Fiat, you know.
You did.
True.
But if you
Famous
have
last words.
If you have a great stick shift story, we've been collecting those this morning. 615-737-9650. Rewinding to the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. We're right now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Standing on Main Street across from Mr. Blues in my faded leather jacket, my weathered brogan shoes. The chill north wind was blowing, the spring was coming on as I wondered to myself how long I had been gone. I strolled across old Main Street, walked down a flight of stairs, stepped into the hall, saw all my friends were there. The neon sign was flashing, welcome, come on in, it feels so good, feeling good again. My favorite band was playing a Notice Redding song. When they sang the chorus, everybody sang along. Dan and Margarita were swaying side by side. I heard they were divorcing, I guess they let it slide. I wished I had some money with a wish to buy a round. I wish to cash my paycheck before I came to town. But I reached in my pocket, found 3 20s and a 10. It feels so good, feeling good again. Old man Perkins sitting on a stool, watching Butch and Jimmy John talking loud, playing pool. The boys from Silver City were standing by the fire, singing like they thought they were the Tabernacle Choir. I wanted you to see them all, I wish that you were there. I looked across the room and saw you standing on the stair, and when I caught your eye, saw you breaking to a grin. It feels so good, feeling good again. I wanted you to see them all, I wish that you were there. I looked across the room and saw you standing on the stair, and when I caught your eye, saw you breaking to a grin. It feels so good, feeling good again. Feels so good, feeling good again.
Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Unlike anything anyone has ever heard before.
WSM.
Hungry for true Southern cooking? Come on down to Puckett's Restaurant, where we're serving up Southern classics and Memphis-style barbecue every day starting at 7 a.m. Whether it's a hearty breakfast, a mouth-watering lunch, or a slow-smoked dinner, Puckett's Restaurant has you covered. And on the weekends, when the sun goes down, stick around for live, local music that turns dinner into a night out. Reserve your table today and taste why Puckett's Restaurant is a Southern tradition. Sit back, relax, we'll make you a plate. Learn more at puckettsrestaurant.com.
Hello, friend. Al Purnell here, the sausage man, for Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage. People ask me how Old Folks Sausage got its name. Well, Old Folks was my daddy's nickname. He got it when he was a little boy, being around the old folks and listening to their stories and learning things. That's how he learned to make great tasting sausage the old-time way, and that's still how we make it today. Try Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage, because it's good.
From the Simply Superior Studio, inside the Springer Mountain Farms Acuff House, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody, presented in part by Hemisphere Coffee Roasters.
Your radio home for the Opry. WSM Nashville.
NBC News Radio, I'm Scott Carr. Iran is suggesting it will continue to control the Strait of Hormuz despite agreeing to a ceasefire with the U.S. President Trump's announced Iran's agreed to a 2-week ceasefire under the condition the strait be reopened. Iran's foreign minister posted later safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz will be possible via coordination with Iran's armed forces. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said this morning President Trump made history by seeing to it that Operation Epic Fury was nothing less than a decisive military victory.
Iran begged for this ceasefire, and we all know it.
In a Pentagon briefing, Hegseth says Iran's military's been rendered combat ineffective in less than 40 days. On Tuesday, President Trump warned a whole civilization would die if Iran did not agree to a deal. Voters in Georgia Tuesday chose Republican Clay Fuller over Democrat Sean Harris to replace Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Scott Carr, NBC News Radio.
WSM.
From the Springer Mountain Farms Weather Center, here's your first alert forecast.
I'm WSMV4 First Alert meteorologist Stefano DiPietro. Warmer today with highs in the low to mid-70s this afternoon, mixing clouds and sunshine, and not as chilly tonight, down near 50 for the overnight low. Tomorrow we're in the mid-70s once again and under plenty of sunshine in the afternoon.
Okay, let's check our temperature updating. 54 degrees. And we are talking sports with Charlie Mattos this morning.
Yes, we are. And the Preds with a big win on the road, 5-0 over the Anaheim Ducks yesterday. So Nashville now 1 point ahead of L.A. I love scoreboard watching. It is one of the fun things if you're a sports fan for that final wild card. But L.A. has the game in hand. So now you need the Kings to lose their next game to kind of even it all up a little bit. And they'll stay out west and play at Utah tomorrow. And that's their final road game of the regular season. Then they come home to Bridgestone and they have 3 in a row. So certainly all within their own hands right now, whether they make the playoffs or not. The Braves out west, they beat the Angels. That's kind of crazy. The Preds were in L.A., the Braves were in Anaheim. Very close.
Yeah,
7-2 win over the Angels. Had a bench-clearing brawl. Jorge Soler, Ronaldo Lopez were both ejected. Ozzy Albies had his 3rd home run of the year. They'll wrap up that series at 3 o'clock this afternoon from Anaheim. How about the Reds? 5 in a row. They beat the Marlins, rallied to win 6-3 in 10 innings. Dodgers have also won 5 in a row. They beat the Blue Jays 4-1. Shohei Ohtani extending his on-base streak to 42 straight games. And the Sounds lose on the road to Gwinnett by the score of 4-1. UCLA is going to celebrate their first women's national championship today at Pauley Pavilion. That's sports.
Thank you again to Suzanne Cox and Brandon Ratcliffe for stopping by and telling us all about their new album, Mother Son Volume 1.
Love them.
So now I feel like Volume 2 has to be in the works.
Yep.
And we're going to get them hooked up with the call map so they can be playing some music for everybody to
sing me to sleep.
Sleep to. It was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing. Hey, coming up in just a little bit, we are joining up with Charles Wesley Godwin. He's coming in to tell us more about the headlining tour that he's on and some festival stops. He's going to be at Stagecoach with us.
Yeah.
Cool. Have a
Can't
great
wait.
day, everybody. And thanks for all the stories on driving a stick shift with